All right, y'all, right here we're going to do a voiceover. I'm making some hamburger steaks and gravy. This is just me making the hamburger patties and I, of course, sweet heat for your meat. The rest of the video, I talk. I like to talk a lot. Sorry if it goes on a little bit too long, but this is me talking to you while I'm cooking. This hamburger steak gravy was really, really delicious. We love it. We cooked it and put it over some mashed potatoes, and I didn't cook a side dish tonight because I got too much leftover stuff. Like I got leftover corn, I got a salad in the refrigerator. So this is just what they're getting. But anyway, I hope you enjoy my video, even though, yeah, it goes on a little ways. I mean, I'm not good at editing. I'm sorry. Here we go. Slice up some onions in rings. Now we're going to drop all our patties and sear them down in a pot. Big pot. We want to get a little bit of color on these. Don't worry if some of it sticks to the bottom. That's just going to be your little grimmies. I didn't put enough breadcrumbs or something in it because a couple of these are kind of getting sketchy, but one monkey don't stop no show. So we are going to keep on cooking. As they get to looking like this, take those out. All of my onion rings in there. Y'all, this is called a roux spoon, specifically created for roux and pots like these. No, it is not dangerous for this to be in an aluminum pot because this pot is not coated. Let y'all know, because I got some comments the last time. I had a whole viral video on TikTok with like 1.5 million views, and most of it was people arguing about this spoon. Crazy. And the onions is going to pull up all the gummies off the bottom of the pot. And if that's not doing it to your liking, drop you a little bit of your wine or a taste of beer in there, and it's going to all get cooled up. People argue about food on the internet all day. Cajun Creoles are the worst. But let me tell y'all, if your family loves it, you're feeding your family, everybody's happy. Do you, boo-boo. That's my motto. So we're going to cook these for about 20 minutes. Right now, you would add a little bit of flour in here and make your roux. But I made roux yesterday in the oven, and I stored it. When you store it, you have to like mix it up a little bit because the flour settles. Whoa. Splashed oil all over myself. A little bit of this roux. Once you put it in, you got to get after it because it will burn. If you don't want to make a roux like that, don't, bro. We don't got to argue about it. People with fibromyalgia and arthritis, it helps to make a roux in the oven. And if you don't know how to do that, I do have a video somewhere, and I posted it a couple days ago. It will come out like a little bit with the clumps of flour in it. Just give it a few minutes. It's going to break up. It'll be fine. Now we're going to drop in some beef broth. Cool it down quite a bit so you don't have to constantly stir. About half of this beef broth in here right now. Forgot to add garlic, which I do all the time because it has to go in separate from the onions. But if you want to get fresh garlic, I do it too sometimes and chop it up and spend all that time on that. That's fine, but today we don't have time for that. Gonna throw in a little dash of wash your sister or whatever. This is optional, but I use a little bit of Cajun power garlic sauce. We're gonna go with about a tablespoon of black pepper. Not quite a tablespoon of salt. Teaspoon and a half. Let this cook down, and we're gonna put a little bit of onion powder and garlic powder in it. We don't measure stuff down here. We just throw it in. Every time I gotta tell somebody what I put in it, I'll usually say a teaspoon, but I'm not gonna lie, I don't really know. Now that it's at a little low boil, I'm gonna put in 2 cups of water, and we're gonna let that simmer on low with the lid on for 30 minutes maybe. Oh, I forgot to tell y'all, you don't have to do this either, but I'm gonna put in and mix up 1 package of onion soup mix. Totally optional. And now we cover it for 30 minutes. I'm gonna place my patties right down back in the gravy. And my old man wants some mushrooms in there too. He like a lot of mushrooms, y'all. So this is a package of baby bellas. Just gonna carefully kind of move it around just to get those mushrooms down in the gravy. And then I'm gonna cover it back up and let it simmer for another 30 minutes while I make some mashed potatoes. I'm gonna go ahead and add just a touch more water just to cover the top of the patties. This time we're gonna let it simmer a little higher with the lid off. See that simmer? You just kind of feel it out. I'm gonna go ahead and cut it back down now and put the lid on because that's what I feel like it needs. I'm gonna just leave a little teeny crack in it. I'll serve that over mashed potatoes and be done with it. Like I do with every gravy, I'm gonna just let it simmer on like the lowest setting while everybody's eating and just let it sit here for a while. Just gonna get better as the time goes by. My Magnolite handle broke off, but I still use it because I don't know how to fix the handle, and I love Magnolite.
There we go.
You gotta make a little
Oh, yeah, you're right.
You gonna make a little hole in it.
What's
wrong with you?
Give me some of that juice. Oh,
some juice and some mushrooms.
Some juice and some mushroom. Pour it on there. Oh, look at that. A little volcano.
A little volcano. Get you a hamburger steak. And you can let it cook and thicken as much as you want. Here's the deal. He's impatient, so the gravy ain't had time to like properly thicken. So by the time Brad eats, it's gonna be thick. But you go ahead and take a bite.
Ooh, that gravy.
You let it be water.
Yeah, I know. But I was hungry, y'all.
Yeah, I stuck my foot in that.
I bet you did.
Ça c'est bon.
Ça c'est bon.